Hello, everyone. My name is Brandy Wolf. I am the Oracle of Shadows. I'm a spiritual advisor, divine counselor, whatever you want to call it. um, I know I've been doing card of the days and I've been missing out on that, and I do apologize. But I want to address that reason why, and also address sugar spell bottles. Okay. But let me give you some background. This is probably going to be a long video, and I may have to do it in a couple of different parts. I don't know. But let's see where we get. Let me give you some background of this situation. In February of this year, where I was living at, I found a tree root that I almost fell and tripped over. I asked my son's father, which is my ex, because I was still living with him, to remove it. Or to try to remove it, because I couldn't remove the tree root. Near the end of March, I think it was like around March 20th, roughly, I was coming home from moving stuff. I still haven't been able to unpack everything, but I was coming home to, I was moving stuff to the new place, which is where I'm at right now, and getting everything settled in there when I was coming home, because I still needed a sleep there, and I tripped over the tree root. Now, I tripped over the tree root, I fell to the ground, and I hurt myself pretty bad. I ended up having a small fracture in my ankle. They discovered I had heel spurs, and I tore a tendon in my left leg. And that was an extremely slow process to heal. Okay. So in April, near the end of April, my leg was swollen really, really bad. I mean, very bad. It felt like it weighed 20 to 30 pounds. It was so swell. I thought, well, maybe it's fluid retention. I'll drink more water, elevate my leg, things of that nature to try to make it go away. Well, the Sunday, I think that was on the 25th, I think, on that Sunday. Don't hold me to that. Wait a minute, let me grab I got my notebook that I wrote dates on. It was the 26th. Okay. So, Sunday the 26th, I saw a video about doing a sugar spell jar for your health. And, to improve your health, for your health to be okay, things of that nature. And I thought, oh, well, I'll do that. So my spell was, I had sugar, I had cinnamon, I had water, and I had a piece of paper where I wrote that, for my health to be good, that my health is good, and that the swelling in my leg has been fixed and is healed. And that was on Sunday. Okay. Monday, the pain got unbearable. They always ask you to rate your pain. It was like an 8 to 9. It felt like I was being stabbed by pins and needles, and my leg was set on fire. That's what it felt like. So Monday I went to the ER. They assumed I had cellulitis. I think I said that right. Cellulitis or something like that, which is a bacterial infection, and it can happen when you fall. Well, they felt that I had that. They gave me a prescription for antibiotics for that, and sent me on my way. Well, Tuesday, I took my son to school, and that, I think, was the 28th, right? So was it Tuesday 28th? Yeah, okay, Tuesday the 28th. I took my son to school. I came home, and they gave me a list of providers to go to. And I was looking through PCPs to find, because I didn't have a doctor at the time. And I was like, well, I need to do that. Well, I need to also elevate my leg because that was in the doctor's order instructions. So I went to get up to elevate my leg when I noticed that my leg had a pressure wound from the swelling, and it was dripping this salmon colored liquid. And I had compression socks on. So I go to the couch and I take the sock off, and as soon as I did, it was like watching a geyser on my leg, and it felt like non-stop pouring of this salmon colored liquid. And I was stunned. I didn't know what to do. I just like, okay, well, what do I do in this situation? So I went to I called the ER. They told me to try to find someone to bring me in, basically. So get to the ER. The doctor that saw me the day before on Monday looked at my leg and said, "You're being admitted." So they instantly admitted me to the hospital on Tuesday. I ended up having cellulitis and a bacterial infection, and it got worse. They said that I had almost a softball size abscess in my leg that needed to be drained and removed. So basically, I had a hole in my leg. I had surgery done on Wednesday, and they removed all the fluid, they removed the abscess, and it went well, except they had to keep the wound clean. But they decided to put me on this thing called a wound vac. And it's a pain, and it hurts, and it sucks. And I'm home now with the portable wound vac machine. But they put me on a wound vac. I just got out today, which is Friday. Friday? Let me look. May 8th. I just got out today, this morning actually. I was able to leave. And I'm still on this wound vac. I have to be on it for a couple more weeks. I'm thinking maybe 2-3 more weeks. And the bandage changes hurt like hell. They hurt like you would not believe. So I have that going on. Now, remember I told you I did the sugar jar spell about my health and about my leg. Well, in a way, it came true. In a way, it came true. They assessed my health, found out I was severely anemic, that I need oxygen at night, and that I was low on potassium. But the main thing was I was very low, and I'm severely anemic. And I had things that I've never done. Apparently I have this bucket list I never knew I had. And I was crossing off a lot of things that I've never had before that are new to me. And I never had a CAT scan with contrast. I never had a wound vac. I never had a blood transfusion, and I had to have one because my iron levels, I guess if they get under 7, that you need to have a blood transfusion. So I had to have a blood transfusion. They finally got me up into like the 8.5s is where I'm at. So when you do a sugar spell jar, be careful what you wish for. Be careful and make sure you put, you're very detailed about what you want done. Because I believe the healing, finding out about my health and to get it organized is all due to that sugar jar, because it happened really fast. I did the sugar jar on Sunday. Then on Monday was when the leg felt like it was on fire. Then Tuesday I got admitted to the hospital. Wednesday I had my surgery and all this stuff. So when you do a sugar spell jar, and if you do it for your health, make sure you are writing down the correct things. Okay? Blessings, and have a great day.